How's it, punters? Welcome back to Best Sports Betting, and today Simon and I are going to be taking a look at Gbets. They're a South African bookmaker who underwent quite a facelift a couple of years back, bringing out a much better site. I think they're still ironing out a couple of kinks in it, but overall they're a decent book, and we thought we'd take a closer look at them today. Simon's busy with a preview for bettingguide.co.za if you guys want to head over there. And so he's going to provide us with some insight. Simon, how does Gbets differ from the average bookmaker? I mean, they've got the standard lucky numbers, live games, bet games, sports, jigger sports, esports. It looks to me like an amalgamation of everything just chucked together on one site.
Yeah, I think that's not far from the truth. They did start out, primarily as a sports book, and they have certainly moved towards live games and have quite an impressive live games offering now. They do still have a big selection of sports betting, but their casino and lottery style games are now one of the most prominent features on the site. So if you're just looking at their live games, I mean, you can choose from quite a few different options there from different providers. As you mentioned, you can play bet games on there, so that's the full suite of 10 bet games, and then you can also play.
Oh, it's 11 bet games now. We've got rock paper scissors.
Oh yes, that's true. You're absolutely right. 11 bet games. As well as evolution games, so obviously your live roulette, your live poker, as well as the game shows like Deal or No Deal and Mega Ball and Monopoly and so on. And then there's also Bet Construct games, which is actually a live games offering which you don't find on many other South African betting sites. So yeah, there's quite a big offering. And then one thing which is definitely worth mentioning too is that they do have a data-free site, or a data-free app at least, that you can download. Unfortunately, like with some of the other data frees, you can't play all the games on data free. In fact, on Gbets you can only play pre-match and live sports,
which is fine. But I have to say this: I have had issues trying to get that app downloaded in the past. When they initially went data free, it was quite easy to get the app, and then they removed it for some reason. And they killed the link off, which is obviously quite annoying, and then they brought it back.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not sure if you can actually, if they even officially have a data-free.
Yeah.
Kind of
well,
app.
I did actually download it and test it for the purpose of writing the Gbets review, and it does seem to be working fine. As I said, it is limited to sports betting though. So if you're wanting to play live games data free, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, that's fine. That's pretty standard.
But then, obviously everyone wants to know about things like sign-up bonuses. So
yes,
there's quite nice there, because you have two options there. You can either get the 30 Rand sign-up bonus, which requires no deposit, and you can use that to play live games. The one catch with that though, with that 30 Rand sign-up, is actually you can actually only win 30 Rand with it.
Yes, the max win is $30. So, you need to pay attention.
Yeah, so and that's got a 5 times rollover. So it's not the best sign up offer we've ever seen. Obviously the fact you don't have to deposit is really nice, but if you can't get much money out of that doesn't help too much. And then the other option then is the deposit match up to 1,000. So obviously the same offer that you get at a number of different bookmakers, they'll double your first deposit up to 1,000, and the wagering on that is 4 times, and that's at odds of 5 to 10. So not too bad.
Well, I'm seeing here 3 times on the terms and conditions, plus your initial deposit.
Well, that's it. Yeah. So look, it's technically 4 times because you're wagering a deposit first too. So yeah, it's I would call that 4 times.
So, yeah,
at
you're right.
The end of the day, you have to bet it. You have to bet it 4 times. So yeah, well, not the best wagering, not terrible either. Kind of in sort of middle of the road offer there. Their mobile site is great, I must say. Their mobile site works really nicely. You can navigate your way around the site pretty easily, and there's also a nice selection of promotions.
Sorry, before you get to the promotions, I found the mobile site a little bit clunky, a little bit slow on my side. I'm not sure if you experienced that.
I haven't actually. I found it okay. It's always worked quite nicely for me.
I know, I just find like everything loads a bit slowly. The sports, just not snappy and quick like I'd find on even sites like Hollywood Bets and Betway. And I've always wondered, is it my internet connection, is it my phone? But for some reason the desktop site works perfectly for me on the same internet connection. So
yeah. Interesting. Yeah, that's quite unusual. As I said, I haven't had too many issues with it. And then their promotions. They do have quite a nice selection of sports promotions. They've got first of all they've got a multi-bet bonus boost. So basically, when you any multi-bet of 2 legs or more, you're going to get a enhanced odds, increased payout. And then they have a EPL soccer multi-bet promo too, which will give you up to 1,000 refund if your bet of 7 legs or more misses by 1 result. And then they've got a couple of other ones with anytime goal scorer promo. They've got a rugby first try scorer promo. They've got a couple golf promos, and then of course those F1 promotions, which we really like the look of, don't seem to be available anymore.
Yeah,
the 2 promotions
just to clarify on that, we had a discussion about this in the podcast, and Simon actually went on chat and asked the Gbets support if this refund podium sitter promotion is active, and there's no terms and conditions that say it's not. It doesn't say when it expires. It just has a date there that was when the promotion was posted, because I can see exactly. It's got a timestamp on there. 12:48, 8. It's got a time, and they said the promotion's not valid. So, guys, I think you need to be very careful with some of these promotions. I think you need to contact support and ask them if they are valid, which is not something you necessarily want to do. If I see a promotion on a site, I am automatically going to assume that it is valid.
Yeah, absolutely, Rob. Yeah, so that's a bit naughty on Gbets' part. I mean, they need to take down promotions which have obviously expired. Anyway, but moving on to some of the other promotions they have. They do have 2 deposit promotions which we quite like. Actually, they've for Blue Voucher and for Sellbucks. So basically, you just need to deposit at least $20 using either Blue Voucher or Sellbucks into your account, and then you get a $20. I wish. 20 Rand bonus to use on bet games specifically, so that's pretty cool. And then moving along to their features, they've got quite a nice selection. Actually. They've got cash out and partial cash out, which
I think they're comparable with kind of like bet.coza with some of their cool unique features that they have. But but go ahead with the cash out.
Yeah, even sporting bet. So cash out. If for those of you who don't know, it allows you to take a payout before the match is over. So you'll get a cash out offer, and that cash out offer amount will depend on basically how well your bet or multiple bet is doing at the time, and then you can get that amount straight out into your account. And then a partial cash out allows you to actually keep some of your money running on the bet and then take out some.
It's like a rebet. So, guys call it a rebet, I think. Down in the streets.
Right. And then they've also got edit my bets, which basically allows you to add or remove or replace anything in your bet slip. And then also one really unique feature, which I don't think I've seen anywhere else actually, is called Gift My Bet, which basically lets you take a bet and share it with a friend, but not just share the code so they can place the same bet. You basically give them the bet so that it ends up in their account. So I say give Rob a bet, he accepts it on his side, and then it actually ends up in his account, which means that obviously if the bet wins, he will get paid into his betting account. So that's a really nice promo.
Yeah, they're the only bookmaker to offer Gift My Bet. There are other bookmakers with code sharing, like Sporting Bet has code sharing, Betway have code sharing, but no one has this Gift My Bet feature where like Simon says, literally I can place a 10 Rand bet that's going to pay out 100 Rand. Instead of just sharing the code, I can actually gift that bet slip. It's like going to a betting shop and buying a slip and giving it to your mate. It's the same thing as that, except it's all digital. So it's a very, very cool feature, and I think it's a great feature. I'm not too sure about the legalities and whatnot of the feature, but your friend does need to have a Gbets account, which is something you need to be aware of. But yeah, great feature, and I hope more bookmakers kind of pick up on this one, because I think it would be awesome to not only share codes but to share bets with people.
Absolutely, and I think another positive of the Gbets sites is they do have quite a few deposit and withdrawal methods. So, it's got your standard credit and debit cards and EFTs and bank transfers and so on. But then also you can use, as I mentioned earlier, vouchers. So that's OTT, one for you voucher, as well as blue voucher and Cellbucks. So there's quite a few different ways that you can pay money in and out of your account. As I said, we mentioned a bit earlier, I wasn't very ecstatic with their customer support. So that was just one sort of not so good experience. But they also, what I do like about Gbets though is they are pretty active on social media. So if you want to, hit them up on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, they're generally pretty good at responding.
Yeah, I did try hit them up. Unfortunately, I haven't yet got a response from them. But yeah, I mean, customer service it's a difficult one, because usually at the point that you've ended up at customer service, you're probably not going to get a response that you want anyway, unless it's something really, really basic, like there's a problem, like a minor problem with your account. So I always suggest sending in emails, and I know it's not what guys want to hear. If you have a big problem, rather go on email, because you're just going to frustrate yourself with the live chat. But they do have live chat, which is good. And yeah, it's a pretty solid betting site. They have some loyalty points as well. Lots of different betting options. Like I said, it's sort of one of those jack of all trade betting sites that has a lot of promotions. They have a lot of casino games. They have a lot of bet games. They have a decent sports offering. But I don't know. I'm not sure if they're going to appeal to the general masses in the same way that something like Betway or Hollywood Bets do, in the way that they've kind of branded themselves. I don't know how strong the Gbets as a brand is.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there, Rob. I think that you could argue that they've kind of spread themselves a little bit thin. So look, as much as we like the fact that they offer a number of live games, which not all the other operators do, I think that perhaps it's often better to not spread yourself and concentrate on a few things, get them spot on, as opposed to kind of trying to kind of please everyone. So, but yeah, definitely a lot of positives there, but also some work still to do, I think.
Yeah, but I've got to say, one of the better betting sites out there, and that's it was built with BetConstruct, I believe. So
yeah,
it's the only bookmaker, I think, that has that. So it does offer something very different to other bookmakers in that sense, but at the same time, it's not going to be all that different with some of the offerings. But I really enjoy them for their casino offering. I did play a lot of casino games there, or I have played a lot of casino games there in the past, rather, and I had no issues. The withdrawals were pretty decent, as you said, decent deposit matches. At 100% first deposit match up to 1,000 is good enough. But so yeah, what would you rate them out of 10 if I were to push you in a corner and make you give a rating?
I think I would probably give them a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think a solid 7 out of 10 would also be my call. They don't have a betting app, do they? Not other than the data-free one.
No, they don't. So look, maybe we disagree a little bit on the mobile site, but I think it's pretty solid. So you shouldn't have any issues. Just like a site like Hollywood Bets, which doesn't have a mobile app, but their mobile site is pretty good.
They've got three mobile sites over at Hollywood Bets.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But yeah, I don't think you'll have any issues using the mobile there. So it's not the end of the world. And as I said, you can, if you want to bet on sports without using any data, you can also use their data-free app.
And lots of promotions, just make sure that they are valid. Although I'm looking at the IPL banner, and they've spelled April APRLI, so they might want to have a look at that one. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into this quick overview of Gbets. Head over to gbets.co.za, go sign up if you like what you've seen or like what you've heard, and we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.